As residents of California, we've all become accustomed to dealing with and riding out earthquakes. Just as well, the recent heavy storms and flooding in the state have thickened our proverbial skin to harsh weather. The threat of earthquakes, flash floods, and even the looming threat of the entire world ending, as predicted by the Mayans, is not enough to scare most Californians. However, in addition to these threats of natural disasters, scientists from the USGS have found another. The scientists discovered and prepared a scenario in which a so-called superstorm would paralyze the state with 10 feet of rain over the course of a month. Combine that with winds of over 100 miles per hour, and researchers say the storm would damage 1/4 of the state's buildings and houses. If it happens. The scientists built a model that showed a storm could last for more than a month, with an atmospheric river pushing the storm along, moving water, quote, at the same rate as 50 Mississippi rivers. As we saw just a few weeks ago in our own backyards, and as we are seeing now in Brazil, landslides could compound the damage created by all that water. Researchers warn that such a superstorm is hypothetical, but not improbable. USGS scientist Lucy Jones says, "We think this event happens once every 100 or 200 years or so, which puts it in the same category as our big San Andreas earthquakes." The last superstorm in California took out a 300-mile stretch of the Central Valley by way of floods and was so bad the state capital had to be moved to San Francisco. That storm happened in 1861, which happens to be 150 years ago. That puts us, in 2011, directly in the range of years between expected superstorms. Although the scenario of such a storm is relatively unlikely, the threat remains. The product of all this research begs the question, are we as a state or even a country prepared for a storm of this magnitude? How long before we are able to weather a storm like this? We do not know the answers to these questions, but I do know one thing. Somebody better call FEMA. For KBCH, I'm Calder Sokolow. Stay safe.